Welcome to this 25-minute sunset practice here in Bath, a city that inspired some of Jane Austen's novels. So today we'll weave a little of her wisdom into our flow, finding a comfortable seat, spine tall but easy. And as Austen wrote, it isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do. On the mat, what we do is simple. Breathe, notice, move with grace and intention. And coming to an alternate nostril breath here as you're ready, peace fingers to the center of the brow, closing the right nostril with the thumb, inhale through the left, closing left nostril, exhale through the right, inhale through right nostril, exhale through the left, inhale through the left, and alternating here. Allow each breath to feel like a letter written with care, deliberate, unhurried, hearing only what matters. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, releasing the hands. Taking a moment here to notice how you feel in the body, maybe what's shifted with this breath. Coming to all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up. Exhale, round through the spine. And continue this movement with the breath. On your next inhale, coming back to tabletop, extend your right leg back, pressing through the heel, drawing the navel in. Letting the breath come and go, core engaged as you stabilize yourself here. Notice if you start to sink down into your arms, and exhale to lower. Alternating here, left leg back, pressing through the heel. Core engaged. Breath steady. And release. Inhale, extending right leg back once again. And this time as you exhale, stepping foot to the outside of the right hand. Slightly opening up those toes, coming into a lizard pose. So maybe staying here. Or if you'd like, coming into a variation, planting left palm and using right hand to open up the knee and the hip. Opening up that foot like a book. Breathing in space into that chest. And release. Heel toe that foot all the way to center on the mat. Sinking hips down, inhale, reaching arms to the sky in a lunge. And here in stillness and strength, you're writing the quiet beginnings of your story tonight. As you exhale, hands back down to the mat, stepping back to tabletop. Extending left leg behind you, and exhale as you step the foot to the outside of the left hand, coming into that lizard pose, either on the hands or planting the right palm, using left hand to open up the hip. In Austen's novels, her characters often found clarity not in bustle, but in a change of perspective. Let this twist be yours. And coming back through center, heel toe that foot to the center of the mat. As you're ready on an inhale, arms reaching to the sky, low lunge. Lifting the chest, breathing into the front of the hip. Imagine inhaling possibility and exhaling what is no longer required for your next chapter. Let it go. Releasing hands down to the mat, stepping back to all fours. Slowly lowering down, elbows into your sides, chest and chin down, and then releasing the whole body to the mat, pressing up into cobra. Heart lifting, shoulders soft. Exhale as you release, tucking toes under, pressing back, and lifting the hips to down dog. Pedaling out the heels, letting the backs of the legs lengthen. Pressing left heel to the mat, inhale, right leg up, stacking the knee over the hip as you open up here, creating space. Looking between the hands and exhale, stepping foot between the hands at the top of the mat, tenting your fingers. Begin to rock forwards and back, opening up through that back, ankle, and foot. Stepping back, foot in slightly at a 45-degree, bending right knee, and pressing through those feet as you inhale, arms up to find warrior one. Squaring hips to the top of the mat, really extending through the back of that left leg. Clasping hands behind your back, extending those arms back, hugging palms together, and exhale as you fold over that front leg. If you can, shoulders to the inside of the leg, letting the crown of the head release towards the mat. Arms reaching up and over. Leading with the hands as you inhale up, releasing hands overhead. And exhale, painting those hands down to the mat, planting them as you press back to down dog. Once again, maybe pedaling out the feet. Pressing right heel towards the mat. Inhale, left leg up, bending the knee, opening up the hip, creating space. Continue breathing here. Looking between the hands and exhale, stepping foot between the hands. Begin to rock forwards and back, opening up through the foot and the ankle. Stepping the back foot in slightly, planting it at a 45-degree angle. Bending left knee, pressing through the feet as you inhale, rise up, warrior one. Squaring hips to the top of the mat. Shoulders soften down the back. Imagine pressing that back leg into an imaginary wall behind you. Hands interlaced behind the back body, hugging palms together, extending those arms. And exhale as you hinge forward over that front leg. Shoulders to the inside of the thigh. Leading with the hands as you inhale, come back up, releasing arms overhead, and bringing hands together to heart center as you step forward, finding mountain pose. Maybe rolling those shoulders up, back, and down a few times, releasing any tension through the shoulders here. In mountain, feel the steadiness beneath your feet, the expanse of the sky above. Hands coming to the hips, Stepping right foot back and creating a very wide stance here. Back foot parallel to the mat. Left toes pointed forwards, arms out. Kicking the hips back, reaching forward through the waist, and tipping forward into triangle pose. Spine long. Opening that chest, stacking the shoulders. Either looking to the ground for stability or tucking chin to the chest as you look up past that top hand. As you're ready, windmilling that top arm down, planting the palm, and then inhale, left arm to the sky in a low twisted lunge. Exhale, left hand to the inside of that foot, and walking hands to the center of the mat, taking a wide leg forward fold. Crown of the head reaching towards the mat, hips lifted to the sky. Pressing firmly into those feet to deepen that stretch. As you're ready, finding length through the spine on an inhale, slightly shortening that stance, hands to the low back and the hips, and coming up with a long spine. Bringing the right toes to face the back of the mat, kicking hips back, reaching forward through the waist, and taking triangle on the opposite side. Spine long, chest open. Obliques and the side body engaged. Steadying the breath. On your next exhaling, left arm coming down to the mat, planting the palm. Inhale, right arm to the sky, twisted lunge. Breathing here. Extending through that back leg and releasing that top arm to the inside of the leg. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Maybe grabbing hold of opposite elbow, taking a gentle rock side to side, letting it go. Releasing the arms, pressing through the feet as you slowly begin to roll the spine up here, head and neck coming up last. Finding yourself in mountain pose. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down to the mat. Inhale to find length, flat back. Exhale, sinking hips down and reaching arms up, finding chair pose. Slightly tucking the tailbone. Chest lifted. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that chair. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, flat back, chest lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circling those arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands through heart center. Releasing hands, mountain pose. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down to the mat. Inhale to flat back, chest lifted. Exhale, planting the hands, step hop or walk back to plank. From the toes or the knees, lowering down, elbows hugging into your sides, finding cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to meet in downward facing dog. Pressing left heel towards the mat as you inhale, right leg overhead, bending that knee, creating space. Looking to the top of the mat as you exhale, bringing that right leg forward. And finding yourself in pigeon pose as you heel toe that front foot over to the left side of the mat. Taking a moment to find length as you exhale, folding forward. Imagine sending the breath into the hip to soften any tension, any emotion that may arise, observing it here. Maybe notice joy, anger, sadness, whatever it is, breathing into that space. And the option to stay here or exploring Mermaid, opening the heart, and then bringing left arm back to reach that left foot. Maybe the foot comes into the elbow, maybe staying there, or reaching the hands back, clasping them overhead, sinking hips down to the mat, breathing into the front body. Whichever variation you've chosen to come into, slowly finding yourself out of this posture and pressing back with toes together, knees apart in child's pose, sinking hips down to the heels, forehead resting on the mat. Like the slow turn of a page, allow this moment to unfold without hurry. Your next inhale, rolling the body forward, tucking toes under. Exhale to down dog. Looking to the top of the mat, step, hop, or walk to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bending knees. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Body strong, knees at about hip distance. Notice if they're flaring in or out. Shoulders softening down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circling arms up and around overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Releasing the hands to your side, mountain pose. Hands to the hips and stepping left foot back, coming to face lengthways on the mat. Right foot pointed to the top of the mat, bending that knee. Finding warrior two, arms up at shoulder height. Feeling strong here. Gazing past those fingertips. And extending both legs, right arm overhead, breathing into the length through the whole side body. Leading with that top arm to come back to shoulder height. And facing the opposite side of your mat, bending that left leg, finding warrior two. Feeling strong here. Pressing through that left foot as you reach left arm overhead. Inhale into reverse warrior. Lifting through the side body. On an exhale, leading with that top arm, windmilling hands to the top of the mat. Lowering back leg down and heel toe the left foot over to the right, finding pigeon pose on the opposite side. Giving yourself some time to settle into this posture, reflecting on what Austen wrote. Know your own happiness. Want for nothing but patience. So allowing yourself to be patient with your body, where you're at today. If you'd like staying in pigeon, honoring your body here, or coming into that variation by bringing right hand back to meet the right foot, foot coming to the elbow, maybe left arm coming back to clasp hands, breathing into that posture. From whichever variation you're in, gently releasing and carefully pressing yourself back to find child's pose. Breathing into the back body. Let this be a pause in the story. the quiet before the next passage. As you inhale, rounding forward, tucking toes, exhale, down dog. Allowing yourself to really feel into this downward dog, our final down dog of the practice. Gazing just past the hands, step, hop, or walk forward. And then slowly finding yourself on your mat, coming all the way down onto your backs, taking your time here, getting yourself completely comfortable. So if you need to, moving your hair, taking out your hair tie or clip, doing whatever you need to do. Legs extended on the mat. And then drawing right knee in towards the chest. Breathing deep into the belly. Massaging the internal organs. On an exhale, letting that knee fall over to the left. Right arm out to your side and maybe dropping your gaze over that right arm. On an inhale, coming back through center, releasing that right leg long. Exhale, left knee into the chest. Breathing here deep into the belly, massaging those internal organs. And exhale as you let the knee fall to the right, gazing left. And this is where the plot softens, where you let go of what must be left behind. On an inhale, coming back through center and carefully extending both legs. Coming to find yourself in Savasana pose, or taking any other posture that feels restful for you. Allowing the breath to come and go naturally here. With each inhale, inviting in a sense of relaxation to the body. And with each exhale, allowing yourself to feel more supported by the mat beneath you. Letting go of any tension in the muscles. Receiving all the benefits from today's practice. And as Austen wrote, there is nothing like staying at home for real comfort. In this final rest, let your body feel at home, wherever you are in the world, resting in the comfort of simply being here, in your body, in this breath, in this moment. I invite you to stay in this posture until you feel ready to turn the page and step back into your life. If you feel ready, maybe bringing some movement to the body by circling the wrists and the ankles, reaching right arm overhead, bending the knees, rolling onto your side. Taking a moment here. With the eyes closed, gently pressing yourself to a comfortable seated position. Begin to deepen the breath, rubbing palms together, feeling warmth gather between them. And when the hands are nice and warm, gently cup your hands over closed eyes, letting that warmth seep in, softening your gaze, relaxing the small muscles around the eyes. When you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open behind your hands. Releasing the hands. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Namaste.